also been doing. I've been spoiling myself lately.
Oh yeah,
which is good. I picked up a gimbal.
All them Jeffree Star box things you've been doing.
Just you wait. She's about to go into it.
I'm about to get another one. Or I'm about to get
the Valentine's Day one that you just did.
Oh well, the Valentine's Day one that was a Galentine's gift from Roseanne. That's the whole reason why I got that.
Oh, that's so cool. Is there any way we could see that? Or
yeah, it's on my YouTube channel, Stephnoids, STEPHUHNOIDS on YouTube.
Well, I guess the podcast is going now.
No, but Jeffree Star just dropped his new palette this morning at 8 a.m. and it's called Bloodlust, right? Okay. Now, first of all, when I saw his I guess spoiler of what the outside looked like, the first thing I thought of was Harry Potter's chocolate frogs, like that hexagon looking shape with the gold writing. And it says that, and it says Bloodlust. And then he revealed it today. And it's very I guess it's very sexy and vampy.
Okay.
But it's a huge hexagon and it's purple velvet. The whole theme is purple. And I was like, this is so fucking sick. I want it.
Are these boxes clearly adding maybe an unnecessary value to these? Or is that
yes and no?
Yeah, he's
because if you're telling me it's a velvet lined box, I'm starting to think ooh,
it's $52 for that box.
Sure, and I understand makeup is expensive.
Yeah.
I don't have a baseline for shit like that. But if you put it in a nice box, well, now you got to cover the cost of the box.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So Jeffree Star is very artistic in the sense that he's giving you
packaging matters.
Really good packaging, and he's really all about that, I guess, aesthetic look that he really puts it. All his. Basically, a majority of all his freaking palettes, they're all coming from an artistic perspective. So he puts money in to them, and his retail value is a lot cheaper than what you would expect of that quality.
From the
people were saying that it would have been appropriate to be $70 or $80 for that thing, and he was giving you it for cool. $52.
From the outside looking at it, it really seems like he could be making way more money off of the stuff, but
it's not about the money either.
Yes, he doesn't.
He doesn't need it.
So much money.
He doesn't need the money. It's not about the money.
That's pretty cool.
He's so rich.
It's
pretty
fucking
cool.
crazy.
If I was ever that rich, I think I would want to do the same sort of things.
Yeah.
I'm a multi-millionaire.
That is cool.
It's this velvety box with a crown.
How big is it?
Steph is miming. She's putting.
It's as big as my face.
Okay, so
it's a good
6 inches across.
Yeah, or maybe
bigger?
I want to say it's like that, like a kid-sized ball.
Yeah, just listeners, just imagine a basketball that's about the size of Steph's head because it's gigantic.
Shut up. Yeah, cool. No.
Because I looked at it, and me being me, the first thing I thought, I'm that'd be a nice dice tray, but is it big enough?
So
I think it would be. I think it would be.
So the palette itself is this thing right here. This box, he also went into the packaging because there was a lot of complaints before about people's palettes getting broken. So he took in the effort to make this hexagon shape with panels that keep it secure throughout any type of packaging. Right on. He actually put in the extra. He cares about shit that he actually put that as an extra thing. Because if you saw his other palettes, like the Blue Blood and Blood Sugar, they're literally little fucking coffins. They're wood. They're actual wood boxes.
Kind of sounds like your
with
aesthetic.
with metal locket type little clasps,
hinges.
He literally puts in a lot of extra shit for that. It's
I gotta pay $150 to Wormwood for the same thing for dice.
That's what I mean.
Just buy a pallet, give it to Steph, and keep the box.
They're so fucking pretty.
Or she can give me her leftover boxes.
And they're oh god, it's so this is me and Roseanne were talking about it, and she was like, "Yeah, Valentine's drop was my thing. This whole freaking launch is everything is purple.
Yeah,
it's color of royalty.
It's so fucking sick. I really, really want to get that windbreaker. It's like a duotone purple windbreaker, like this light purple and dark purple, and it says Jeffree Star with a crown on it. And I was like, oh, it's $40. That's enough. That's as much as I would pay for a windbreaker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's a regular price.
If I was ever like that rich, I would put out merch for like $15 for a shirt. Like, 25 for a sweater. Like,
I imagined like 60 something for this, for like that.
I mean, if Jeffree Star is as big as like it sounds like, and my primary exposure is only through you.
Yeah.
But a windbreaker that sounds like that is hit like a big advertisement for himself, still sounds like it would go for $60 to $80.
Yeah.
To put it in perspective, there is a online shop that I follow. I'm not gonna say their name just because I think their stuff is really expensive. They put out
looking at you, Merchoid.
They put out so what they do is they have like weekly drops, and the store opens on Fridays and they close on Tuesdays, and it's only open for that period of time, and they have specific designs for that week only. So they had one this past week. It was for a design from a video game character, and a sweater was $80.
Damn.
So I'm like, this is a cool design, but I'm not dropping $80 on this.
No.
Like $80, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, like it's the same problem I have with like designer jeans, like designer clothing in general.
Yeah.
Like I have a innate sense of value for cotton.
Yeah.
And like regardless, unless you tell me you've got new material I've never heard of, that like $80, $100, $150 shirt still just cotton.
It's true.
Like, why is it 1,000 times more than like every other cotton shirt?
Because you don't have a workforce picking it anymore. A free workforce.
And like that's fine, but then everything like
welcome to Black History Month.
Yeah. Like if my clothing does come from immoral farming and whatnot, that's fine. Like one, then I understand why it's so cheap.
Yeah.
And two, like I'm just not going to do that anymore.
Yeah.
But I don't know, and no one's educated me. So like, if Hanes is out there, with a plantation of children, picking cotton for them, I don't know about it. I'm still buying it because I can get a pack of 4, white shirts for $8-10.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, I'd buy it too.
Yeah. And granted, like a Hanes white undershirt's not the same as like, I don't know why the only thing I could think of is like Affliction. That's like the most, it's my only point of reference for like designer t-shirts that were way too expensive.
I like Hanes and Fruit of the Loom.
Is Affliction considered designer?
It was for a minute.
I've never heard of that brand.
Really?
It's like
2010. Yeah, it was Ed Hardy.
Like
I know Ed Hardy,
All
but
right,
I don't
know what?
know.
Yeah, actually, Affliction was like kind of cheap ass Ed Hardy.
Yeah, it was like on the scale, it was like Ed Hardy.
Yeah.
Tap Out and then Affliction.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh, Tap Out.
So Ed Hardy.
Yeah.
Like Ed Hardy selling a t-shirt for like $80, $100.
Yeah.
Still a fucking t-shirt.
Yeah.
And the fuckers looked thin as shit.
But they have rhinestones on them.
Some.
I don't know how you wash it, but
You don't.
I don't know. When it comes to shirts, I don't like paying more. Depending on the cause, I don't like paying more than $30, or 25 to 30.
Yeah, for a t-shirt.
For
yes,
a
I agree.
t-shirt.
Realistically, if it gets more than 15, I think twice about it. But that's because the internet's really spoiled me.
Well,
Well, like it depends on what it is. Like if I'm following an influencer and I
Which
want
I don't.
or
So,
not
like,
influencer, but like any
for
gamer
instance,
people like.
For instance,
Yeah.
recently me and Steph, we bought $25 shirts from Alana Pierce, who's a gaming influencer or whatever. But all of the money is going to help Australia.
Yeah,
with the fires.
all the proceeds.
She's
are going-
Australian, so she's just
Yeah.
buy my merch and
All
I'll
right.
send it all to Australia.
and
Right
it's
on.
pretty much a picture of her as like a Pokemon,
As a Pokemon
trainer.
yeah.
Like I spent
Like fan art.
like not to the same
Yeah.
amount. Like I spent $8 to buy a D&D class from Matthew Mercer for the same reason.
Yeah.
When I knew it was just going to be free in a couple weeks
Yeah.
anyway. But I'm like, you know what? This feels like a fine thing. And I've realized, in fact, just this past weekend, I've reached a level of income where I've
Fucking ballin'.
I mean, no. Look, you see where I live, but I'm at that point where I am generous with my money again. Yeah. I saw a friend post on Facebook. Shit's real tight. He's only got $20 to get through the week, and it's Sunday, and he's like got to get through the whole week.
Yeah.
So I cruise down to his work. I get lunch, and I slip him a 20.
Yeah.
And I'm totally comfortable with that.
Yeah.
And I've realized, because in comparison to when I turned 18, I had a large sum of money come to me.
Yeah.
Robbed
the bank.
30 grand. I blew through 30 grand in 2 years.
Jesus God.
I bought a car outright for 12 grand.
Yeah.
But the rest of it, I blew through. And a lot of it was like, I feel like going to Denny's. Who wants to go? I really can't afford it. Like, nah, don't worry. I got you. Like, I gave away a lot of money.
No, I think I was like
I'd do the same thing, honestly.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Like, I was going to kind of ask you, because it kind of sounded like you had a similar mindset. I was kind of thinking through what you were saying.
I've done that, but now it's like, or I've had tough times. So it's like, when I can be generous, I'm like, here, I can actually pay for you.
Yeah.
Put your money away.
Like right now, I'm at the level of like, I can give a friend or two $20 and be fine.
Yeah.
I don't stress about it.
Yeah.
Don't hit me up for your, pay your cell phone bills and shit. I'll loan you a week, but that's it. I ain't no one's sugar daddy.
Yeah.
Fair.
I used to be in a situation where it's just like, it was my entire family where I'd come home, there's no food in the kitchen, I'm just hanging out.
Yeah.
I'd go at school, everyone would be eating lunch. that was good, guys. Just go about what you're doing, and then I'll just watch.
Mine flipped in a sense, but I've been okay so far this year.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the beginning of February.
Yeah, I'm just happy that I'm at a point now where it's just like, it's $100. Yeah, I'll toss it to a friend who wants a new phone. So
That's solid.
Yeah,
that's real solid. Yeah, like just over the past 2 weeks, like my big goal for the first half of this year is to buy a car in like June.
Oh, okay.
So I went to the bank trying to improve my credit, try to get a credit card, denied.
Yeah. Well.
So I'm like, well, what do I do? Like, you're my bank. If anyone knows like my money situation, it's you guys.
It's you guys.
They're like, well, like Capital One, get a secured card. I'm like, all right, fine. So I got a secured card. I have a credit card now for like the first legit credit card of like my entire life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like a work up because my income is now comfortably exceeding my monthly
Expenditure.
Expenditure, yeah. And without trying very hard, there's a couple extra $100 every month.
Yeah.
And I can do better.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, by June, July, I should have, hopefully I'm shooting to have at least 2,000 saved up and get a car, a real car.
Yeah.
Because I'm starting to think today my clutch is starting to go out.
Oh,
I'm not real sure. It was getting a little shaky there.
Yeah. Oh.
But if I keep handing out $20 to him, it's going to take a little time. But like as generous as I always want to be, it never really seemed feasible, and I didn't think about it for very long. Until recently, and I feel comfortable with money again.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, here, $20. Don't worry about it. Don't come back.
It's
That's fair.
I don't have to say, but you have to make sure you don't put yourself in a situation
Yeah.
like Gerald from Hey Arnold when he starts selling watches. He makes all this fucking money, and then in one day, like he blows all of it. It's like, oh man, I got nothing. Let me try to sell more watches, and then nobody wants to buy watches no more. And he's like, fuck, I'm broke.
Yeah, 30 grand in 2 years.
Oh God.
Wow.
I bought a PlayStation 2.
Nice.
Because that'll date this story. Well, I said I was 18, so I guess that does it too. Like, I bought...
That was a whole 30 years ago.
Fuck off.
How much does that even go for?
A PS2? That was like...
It was well over $200.
Yeah, it was like $300.
Yeah, something like that. I, in fact, bought two.
Damn.
I bought one for myself, and I bought one for a buddy that I worked with, and he was just going to pay me back.
Yeah.
So I think his got stolen.
Oh.
So he never paid you back?
No, he paid me back.
Okay.
He was good for it. Tommy T pays his debts.
Yeah. His name is Tommy T.
Yeah. He's my first black friend.
No.
There's one before me?
Yeah. Almost only one. But I'll count Chris from the layer in there, too. Listen, my exposure to black people has not been very big.
You lived in Jersey.
I lived in Jersey for about 5 years as a child. That is baby to like 5, 6 years old.
All right, then you lived in Texas. There's nothing black there.
Not a lot. But my first black experience is with is
Being
in
stopped
Jersey.
by the police. Well,
That happened. No, that happened here. No, in Jersey. I remember as a very young child, I don't call child services. I just left the house on my own errand at age 5. I lived next to a very busy street. I had to cross the street to go to a friend's house because I had to tell them about the yard sale we were going to have.
okay, look. It was the 80s. You could do stuff like this.
Yes.
So everybody saw Stand By Me.
I have
the
not
80s.
watched that.
Ever? All right.
I haven't either, but
Add it to both your lists. It's a good movie.
The Goonies?
Yeah, you haven't seen the
I haven't
Goonies.
seen the Goonies either.
So I remember this pretty distinctly, not, for every second of it, but I remember being at the corner, I think just waiting for to know when I could cross the street.
I
Yeah.
still can't confidently cross the street now. Honestly, I everyone does the okay, let's go, and then they start walking before the light
The
even
little white
changes.
man shows
No,
up, it's
I
usually
wait for
safe.
the little white man to go, and then I walk.
You
'Cause
also drive at a max of 70 miles per hour, so this seems
that's also
in
true.
line with you. You know,
She looked offended for a second, then she's like, no, you're
yeah,
right.
you're right.
I was like, "What do you mean?" Oh yeah, no, that's right. I do. People would drive faster than I would.
Yeah. So I remember being on the street corner, waiting for the time to cross the street of at least a 4-lane total wide street. And I am 5.
Yeah.
I remember this car pulls over, this black gentleman comes out, and he asks what I'm doing. And I explain, well, I'm going to this house. It's across the street. And he walks me across the street. He make sure I get across and get back. And I never thought anything of it, but I did realize, that's my first experience with really anybody of color.
Yeah.
Because at 5, your interactions are pretty much exclusively your own family.
What a nice chocolate man.
Surprise, my family's white.
He's like a victim. He's like milk chocolate colored. So what?
The chocolate man helped me cross the road.
I saw this tweet. It's like this lady's like, I can't express the joy I felt when I heard this little girl say, "Oh, what a beautiful chocolate man," and then her dad got her said, "Susan, what the fuck is wrong with you?"
Oh,
Those kids, they say the darndest things.
yeah, they do.
Of all the things
They're
I've heard
so
a kid
honest,
say, I would
but
like
not-
I would like a child to say that to me. Oh, what a beautiful chocolate man.
Oh, my heart.
But I feel like nothing like that's ever going to happen to me, though. At no point will
What
ever.
what a white chocolate man.
No, it's never going to happen.
What a man is, man.
Gross. I'm never going to walk down the street in Queens and some little 5-year-old's going to be like, "Oh, look at that little white doughboy."
Ghost.
That's what we were saying about Sam. If Sam sees white people, think he was just like, "Oh my god, a ghost!" Woof.
Oh yeah, short stories. Steph's dog is a racist.
Apparently, our dog at the house, Sam, doesn't like white people, and I'm very sorry.
funny.
He's only seen people of color and darker complexion.
Can confirm.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So far, 3 people, each one got barked at, and it's that warning bark, like the.
Hey,
And
what are you
it's
doing here?
like, hey.
Hey,
I don't know who you are.
Get out of here, ghost.
Get out of here.
you ain't gonna haunt my house.
Oh man.
So guess what? Guess what happened? I got a angry message last night about the podcast.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, sweet. I mean, oh no.
By a listener or somebody
By a
random?
listener. By a listener. I got an angry message.
How mad was Ramon?
Ramon said in all caps, "You fucking piece of shit." At 1 a.m.
What did you say to him?
He was laying in bed listening to the podcast.
He was at work like I said he would be. Remember last week we were talking about house sitting?
That's right. He's at work. Yeah, that's what you said. I remember that.
And he was at work. He's like, "You're right. I'm at work and I can't go home and check my pillow."
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Hi, Ramon.
Oh, I love when the plan comes together.
Right? I told him, like, that's the best punchline ever. Like, you are stuck. Like, I told him, like, I'm just messing with you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but I can't, like, go back and assure myself. Like, that's the best. Like, no harm is done.
Yeah.
But
That he knows.
Yeah.
Watch the sheets 2 times.
Don't even ask what happened on that bed. Yeah. It was like a little after 1. And I had just fallen asleep.
Yeah.
But I keep my phone next to me and I keep the volume on because I'm a paranoid person that way. And so I just see "you fucking piece of shit" in like all caps. And honestly, for a second, I'm like, oh, fuck.
What did I do?
I see it's from Ramon. I'm like, I don't think I've done anything to Ramon. And like, it takes me a second to think like, oh, he must have listened to the podcast. That is my first response.
Yeah.
I'm like, listening to the podcast? He goes, yes. And then I had to assure him, and I'm sure he spent the rest of his shift like, yeah, but
Just stewing.
Oh,
That's so good.
sorry, Ramon.
I'm a little,
Got him.
I'm a little sorry.
Oh,
Damn.
I'm sorry.
So I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it's recently come to a lot of the internet's attention that there are people in the world who don't actually have an inner monologue. They just see things as pictures or whatever in their heads.
All right.
Can we rephrase this? Because I'm trying to process what you're saying.
You know what an inner monologue is?
Like when I talk to myself, like, no, Steph, don't do that.
No. When you talk to yourself in your head,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
there are people out there who don't do that.
I've had 2 people in the last like full week's time ask me separately.
Yeah.
I did not know this was a thing going on.
Like in
Yeah.
my, like
I thought
I'm
it was a
about to do
coincidence.
something, and then I'm also going, no, don't do it.
like,
Okay, don't do it.
yeah, essentially a voice in your head, but it's your voice. It's not like you're worried about like,
It's Jordan's voice in my head. Come on, girl, get it. Come on.
To be fair,
you want it.
it's not always my voice in my head.
I've worked
Yeah,
through a lot
because
of my issues. I
probably
don't
some
hear
of the
my dad's
voices
voice
in your head
anymore.
is me nagging. Don't do it. What were you nagging me about when we were walking? We were walking here, and one time I rolled my foot, and I was just really pissed off. Apparently, I'm a very angry person.
Yep.
That's what we established. I get really angry.
When she drops the veneer of being happy all the time.
Yeah, no, because one time we were walking here, and I really, really, really had to pee, and then I rolled my ankle, and I just saw red, and I was fucking pissed. Like the whole
She
walk
kicked down
here,
a mailbox. It was,
I was
crazy.
pissed. So when we were talking about it, Jordan was like, "Oh my god, what did you say?" You were like, "I don't want to roll my foot." Ow. And I was like, "I don't fucking talk like that. I don't sound that much of a bitch."
Okay. Real quick then before you get into this, so everyone can kind of keep it in context. Does everyone here have their own inner monologue?
Yeah.
Oh, I constantly have an inner monologue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because again, like I've been asked twice, so I've thought about it. I have one, but it's not constant. It's not all the time. It is worse and way more often when I'm going through depression.
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
But for the most part, it is. I don't consider it an inner monologue because it's just a singular, my brain speaking my thoughts.
Yeah.
Just outwards. It would be the same if I was just talking out loud. It's not directed inward.
Oh, mine is very much directed inward.
Yeah.
Wait, you could say that, right? So, like, if you guys weren't here, and I'm like talking out loud, does that also count? Like,
No,
fuck it, I'll do it.
I think
Like me saying
and
"fuck it, I'll do it" when there's no one there to hear me say,
Okay,
"Fuck it, I'll do it."
Let's think of it this way. Remember that commercial that I wrote for this show that we have not aired yet?
Yeah.
Or made yet. I wrote that with both of you talking in my head, with me responding to both of you as it's going on. That's how...
Is this the same when you're reading text messages and you hear them have the attitude even though they're not actually saying you have the attitude?
I don't think it's quite the same.
Because I do that a lot.
Without, being properly trained or even bothering to Google it, an inner monologue, I feel, is a voice in your head reflected back towards yourself, not outwards to your world. So, as I was saying, like, if I'm driving around, I'm having thoughts, I don't consider my thoughts to be an inner monologue. But if I'm speaking more or less back towards myself, or I think maybe a gray area for like having two characters in your head, if you're writing something, I think that's maybe the cousin of, but...
I have to say it that way, otherwise I sound like a crazy person.
Yeah.
Because I have full-on conversations with myself in my head.
In Glee, when she talks like a girl with an English accent, like,
Yes,
Becky,
that's her inner monologue.
don't do that. Or whatever.
TV and movies use inner monologues a lot.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Okay.
Like old detective films where the narrator's the detective. That's like an inner monologue. Or like Sin City.
Okay.
I would say Scrubs, but you don't watch Scrubs. Cause
I've seen some episodes where he has thoughts in his head and he's like, should I
JD's
do
inner
this?
monologue.
I don't know if I should do it. I'm going to do it. And then he does it. And then...
But like those aren't outward thoughts. Those are
they're
inward
inner.
thoughts.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying they're not thoughts interact or
like in anime when the character's like fighting someone and he's sitting there and he's thinking about like what to do next and he's talking to himself in his head.
She ate my cereal. Fuck her. Fuck you. Right? Like that?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's not from an anime. I made that up because I don't watch anime.
I would have never guessed.
All right. So, Steph, you have inner monologue.
Yes.
Okay. And Jordan
definitely
has
have
several.
monologue. Yeah. I have so many monologues.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I do.
So go ahead and
I have full-on dialogues.
continue on with the information you're about to drop on us.
Okay. It was not information. It was just an exercise I wanted to try out.
Okay.
And this could work for anyone listening to this podcast as well. So, I want everyone listening. Close your eyes. Mm-hmm. Give me your hand, darling. Do you feel my heartbeat? No, sorry. So close your eyes.
You can't be doing that when we're trying to do a mental exercise.
Yes. So everyone close your
Yeah,
eyes.
I need to clear my head.
Okay.
And then visualize or, picture, imagine, whatever you want to call it. Picture a ball on a table.
Okay.
Now imagine someone walks up to the table and gives the ball a push. What happens to the ball? Don't say nothing. Just think about it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now answer these questions. What color was the ball?
Red.
What gender was the person that pushed the ball?
A guy.
A woman.
What did they look like?
I just saw hands.
What is the ball like? What is the ball like? A marble or a baseball or a basketball or something else?
It's
like,
a generic.
What's the size of the ball?
It's like a generic red handball.
It was like a grapefruit sized handball.
What about the table? What shape was it? What was it made of?
It was square and it was dark brown.
Yeah.
Like rectangular square dark brown. I didn't see the whole table. I only saw half.
And now here's the most important question.
Okay.
Did you already know, or did you have to choose color, gender, size, etc. after being asked these questions?
No. I already knew.
Yeah, I mean, as you explained it to me, like I
already
saw,
had a vision of what it was, and then I was reflecting back to the vision.
No, I'm upset that Steph had the same answers as you. That's where I'm upset.
Yeah, y'all you think a lot alike. That's weird.
Like the gender's the one thing we didn't really answer the same, and even then I'm like,
but we're opposite genders, so that's still
we are,
technically.
but even still, I'm like, I didn't really pay attention to the gender. It was more just a hand that kind of came in. That's why I don't have the full vision.
Yeah,
like it could have almost equally been a man.
Yeah, for me it was a blue ball, like about the size of like a croquet ball.
Okay,
and I just saw a white person's hand push it. I think it was a dude because I couldn't tell.
Well, if we did talk about race, mine was a white guy.
Yes,
it was a white hand.
It was a white hand.
Yeah, but anyway,
I'm upset about this telepathy that Steph has. Stay out of my head, woman.
It's like I feel like I know what you're going through, but then sometimes you tell me stuff and I have no idea what you're fucking
what
going
I'm talking
through.
about movies I've seen.
So I came across this on Reddit, and the person's explaining, for me, when asked this, I really just sort of conceptualize a ball on a table. Like, I know what that would look like, and I know if a person pushed it. it would probably roll off and fall off the edge of the table. But I'm not visualizing it. I'm not building this scene in my mind. So before being asked the follow-up questions, I haven't really even considered that the ball has a color or the person has a gender.
Yeah, no, I visually saw it all.
Yeah, like it's in my old house on Via Francis in the dining room. Like I know exactly where it is.
Like as you were talking and you said that there's, what is it? You said there's a ball, right? Yeah. On a table.
Yeah.
And I just saw a brown... in my mind, I already pictured the ball pop up.
Yeah.
Then you said table. Mm-hmm. So then the table was made in that rectangular dark brown thing. Then you said, now like imagine a hand hitting the ball. Hand, hit. And then I just imagined it slowly rolling.
To the right?
Yeah.
Same?
That's the left.
No, left. No, mine was left.
Okay. All right. Mine went to the right.
Mine went left. But it wasn't like it was fast. It was more of a like...
slow. And even mine, it was just about like a finger push. Like
yeah,
hand just
it was
kind of comes in
hit.
and just...
At first I started to imagine a hit, but I was like, no,
That's
he hit the ball and the ball was sitting on the table.
Yeah.
He would have to have done this.
Why would you do it hard or aggressive? That doesn't make any sense.
Try to slap it into a wall or something. But yeah, so that exercise is just to illustrate that
get a bruise.
There are people who they don't actually visualize things.
Uh-huh.
They know the concept of something. So it's just like they know how something would work, but they can't see it in their heads. I mean,
is this have any correlation to artistic types?
That I'm pretty sure it does. Because I feel like at least for the people who can perfectly visualize something and then turn it around in their head like it's a 3D model. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure those are artists. I'm pretty sure those are artists, or engineers.
Like I feel Ramon's explained his artistic process when he for his like Inktober's, right?
He vaguely said it last time.
He makes a 3D render and then like positions it for the angle they don't want, and then makes a 2D drawing of it.
Yeah. Ramon, do you have an inner monologue?
Oh, he's got to have more than one.
Or do you just see pictures?
I liked that idea. I don't know if it was his idea or if he got it from somewhere.
Synesthesia?
Yeah.
But
just like Billie Eilish.
You like keep coloring something depending on your mood for the day. Do you remember him doing that? It's like a graph.
Oh, yeah,
and then day by day, you talk about like your overall feeling
in a color scale of like your emotion.
And then the end of the month or whatever,
you
have an artwork of what...
Well, it's not intended to be artwork.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I saw it artistically that way, but it, like, because at the end, like, it'll always change. It's never going to be the same for the most part.
I mean, it's an interesting, like, graphic to look at.
Yeah.
Because typically it's a gradient. It's like our emotions aren't exactly, full spectrum end to end, depending on the day. So, like, it would make for an interesting kind of color wheel of fluid color, but
see, I'm not really good at those because I get too into my head. That's my biggest problem.
All you gotta do is like, how was I today? That's
what I mean.
Today. And that's
where I overthink. How was I today? Well, this morning was really bad. This is why it was bad. This is what I did that made it bad. And then it got better. I guess it's okay. So then if I were to say that, then every day would been just be okay.
Beige.
That's what I mean. That's why it's so hard. Because it's like, I can be super excited, but then in a moment, things went to shit. And then I'm just like, overall, it was okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you second-guessing yourself is not news to the podcast.
That's also true.
Yeah.
And you don't have an inner monologue, you don't think?
Oh, no. I said I do.
No, that's her problem.
No, I do have an
The inner monologue keeps asking questions.
My inner monologue was really frustrated on Friday trying to buy a gimble. I ended up buying one. I finally picked one up. I haven't messed around.
You got one of them like circle ring lights?
Oh no! You know what I used for my videos that I just recorded yesterday?
That you can watch on.
That you can watch on my YouTube channel. I had bought like a $5 desk light from Walmart, like a while back, and it's like an LED desk light, but they put like this it's like an opaque like plastic cover over the light itself.
So it diffuses the light.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I didn't think about it because I usually use that when I do my nails. Like I just have like a spotlight or whatever I'm working on. I'll just have that spotlight. And then I was like, I wonder if I could use this. So I put it on my dresser and I flipped it up so that the light shined on me. And then I propped my camera up on my tripod and I was like,
ta-da!
Oh yeah, no, that was perfect. Fuck yeah. So I did that.
You could also take a lamp and just point it against the wall, or even better, if you put like a white piece of paper like on the wall, like some butcher paper. It also helps diffuse the light real well.
Oh, see, there you go. Yep. I think my lighting was really good for this one. I was super bummed because yesterday I was trying to record with the natural light in my room, but I was really timed because it was already 4:30.
Oh yeah,
and the light was just going away, and I was just like, I don't like how this looks, and I was like, fuck it, we'll use this light. And I was like,
magic hour is more like 15 minutes.
I like looked at it and I was like, oh yeah, this isn't bad. And then I started recording, and then after that video was done,
and darker.
I was just like, oh, you know what? There's another palette I wanted to review. So I did 2 recordings last night.
Oh,
I edited my video, and I was more confident this time with Sony Vegas. Take that. I fucking did it.
It just takes practice.
It just took me 3 hours and, being late this morning because priorities. Got to get it on
It just takes
YouTube.
practice. If you do it enough times, you'll be able to blow through it really easily.
Yeah, so I did that.
It's just like anything else. You just have to, you have to keep exercising that muscle.
Every text and every picture on a layer of its own.
Yeah.
I remembered going in.
It's a lot, but yeah, all right.
It's okay. It was fine. I mean,
it's probably how it should be done.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you're going to be like positioning things in different places, and you definitely should have them on just different layers, so nothing messes with anything else.
I learned something yesterday with editing. So what I've been doing, if I'm like if there's pauses or just if there's pauses or silences or whatever, I've been splitting the video. Wait, let me tell you what I've been doing. Okay. So I'll split one thing, a split start, and then a split end, and then I control both things, the audio and the thing, and then I delete. And then later, I did that for a good 10 minutes, and then I realized, click, drag, delete.
Yeah.
Drag back.
Yeah.
I learned that like my last hour. That I could do that.
Like I said, it just takes practice, and you'll figure all the different tricks out, and then.
But I think another thing
you'll be grouping everything
soon
together.
You can teach me.
Yeah, it's good. I did a good video, and then I added music to it. But this time, I think the music was a little too. Last video I did, the music was too loud. Mm-hmm. Now the music was too low, which means the next video
just right.
It's going to be too good where you won't hear my voice and you won't hear the music.
Do you need music?
I don't know. I was told I needed to add music. I've been doing good without it.
I mean, it's really up to you. Like, how do you want it to go? Like, but I'm asking you personally, do you think you need music?
No. I think I have enough entertainment in my voice that I guess.
I mean, if I would assume if you're kind of constant with the information you're providing, then it's not really necessary.
Yeah.
Like music's good for like quiet times.
Like if I'm showing off something,
if you're doing
and
a
I'm
montage,
not talking, then music would work. So you could be like, ooh, look at the
like if you're doing the sped up thing where you're putting on your makeup, put music.
Yeah, then put music on that. That makes more sense. I mean. Yeah,
you do a little montage.
I
have a lot of
lo-fi hip hop beats playing.
Yeah, thank you, Martin, for providing these sick beats.
Yes,
so I don't get monetized, or what is it? So I don't get flagged or demonetized
or copyright stricken.
Yeah, exactly.
Our good old friend, old Marty Marr on SoundCloud. Listen to his stuff; it's great.
Yeah, good chill backgrounds.
Do you want to give us a new intro?
I mean, we could ask him.
Yeah, we could ask him. He has some cool ones.
I'll give him the raw audio of the D-Lod. He can remix it.
Yeah. Oh no, but I picked up the gimbal just because I was like, I've been wanting. Well, that was another thing.
So doing your makeup videos on the go?
No, I actually want to do it for like just random B-roll when we're going out and stuff like that. I mean, if I do it for beauty videos, it's just gonna pan when I move my head left and right, which it's
That's
fine.
fine.
Oh, you got one of them fancy ones that tracks you? Oh, neat.
It's not that bad. I picked one. I picked up the Osmo 3. Osmo Mobile 3.
Yeah, DJI Osmo Mobile 3.
Okay, so they have gimbals that are like a lot cheaper. There was like maybe 80 to 90 or 60 to 80 around there.
Yeah.
I upped and got the 100 one.
Somebody's a real money bags over here.
Because it's
Jordan
compact.
and I talking about, we're feeling good these days. Steph's like, I'm dropping bills.
Hey, I don't ever treat myself, and I've been starting to treat myself.
I don't know. She's been buying a lot of makeup.
Right? There's a lot of makeup.
Yeah.
The makeup I've been getting is deals, except for the Jeffree Star ones. They're $52. But, you know...
There's a difference, though, between like, this is on sale, this is a deal, and
I do
not
that.
spending it at all.
Yeah.
That's true.
You're not saving money just because it's on sale. If it's a thing that's not necessary to have.
I mean, I want it, and I'm going to get it.
All right, Ariana Grande.
I want it.
You see it?
It's purple. How could I not? That would be my second palette.
I'm not really judging you. I'm just teasing.
I love it. I'm so excited.
Dude,
that is my palette.
You pay your bills.
That is for me.
Hashtag treat yourself.
I know.
Just don't treat yourself too well.
Fine leathers.
I'm so excited. It's going to be grand. I'm going to do a video on it, too. I actually did a really long hour IG live yesterday just to talk.
I didn't know about this.
Oh, well, I was on. Some people tuned in. It was interesting. Nap tuned in.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. I felt bad because I kind of blanked out and I was like, hey, you mind? And she was like, Nap. And I was like, shit. I'm sorry.
She just told me remember I did 2 voices for the Creeping Wave?
Yeah.
The second one is going to be coming up soon.
Oh,
where
nice.
I'm the superhero Brawny.
Well, there you go. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
That's another thing with video editing. I hear how I talk, and sometimes I hate it.
You didn't hear how you talk on the podcast?
No, I do, but then
You just have to push through it.
Seeing your face do it too.
see my face do it, and then see how I'm talking and how it doesn't make sense. I was like, no wonder fucking people don't understand me. Like, I think what I was saying, like on my video the other day is, what is it? It's not a bad thing, but this isn't what did I say? I was like, this is my first Jeffree Star palette ever, and it's not like that's a bad thing. And in my head, I was like rethinking back to it, and I was like,
why would I say that?
Yeah, why would
anybody
say?
think this is
Why
a bad
would
thing?
anyone say that? And then I started talking, like I was doing the unboxing, and I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna do this unboxing like I haven't opened this box already. You know, I was just saying a lot of shit where I was like, I don't know if people find me funny or entertaining, or if I just think I'm kind of funny when I'm not.
Just be you.
Just keep doing
Thank
you.
Okay, I figured.
Your
I mean,
audience will come to you.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
I mean, they don't come to this podcast, but I mean,
That's also
Also, we don't really advertise.
3 weeks running, no social media posts.
So I watched a bunch of movies.
Thank you.
I did not watch any movies, so don't hold that against me.
That's a
How
goddamn
about
lie. You watched Birds of Prey with me.
How about them Oscars?
I also watched all the
Oh.
Oscars. Yeah.
I missed the Oscars.
That's all right.
I actually watched the entirety of the Oscars for once in my life.
Parasite won a bunch. That's kind of the coolest thing, I think.
Yeah.
I still need to watch Parasite.
It's a great movie. You should remind me. I would have brought my Fire Stick so you could watch it.
Can't you just give me your info
So you can steal my shit?
so I could watch the movie and then sign out? I have my own shit to watch.
That's a fair point.
Okay.
Yeah, you saw Birds of Prey. Now,
Yes.
I think I'm going to watch it this weekend, because I'm like, I have enough interest in like just kind of watching a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
And like, there's nothing else really out right now that I want to see.
Did Leland actually enjoy it?
That was tough to find out. And I understand how it shouldn't be tough to ask a person, did you like a thing?
Yeah.
So last night before we got into D&D, he was talking about it. It's like, oh yeah, I saw Bop HQ, to which I chastise him for saying that. But I'm like, okay, well, was it fun? And he goes, meh, I mean,
Was he high when he watched it?
Well, no, I don't think he's smoking currently.
Oh, okay.
I think he had some bad reactions and he's put it down for a little bit.
Okay, that's fair.
So I'm like, okay, well, like, is it bad? He goes, well, it's not bad. I mean, I went, I enjoyed it. I'm like, all right, so it was fun. He goes,
Did he like Suicide Squad?
no, not really.
Well,
Okay.
this movie is 100,000 times better than Suicide Squad.
Okay.
Let's start there.
Okay.
If I can, because I had a conversation with someone about this too.
If I was locked in a room,
No. Overall, I enjoyed the movie a lot. It was
Okay.
really fun.
Yes.
It was really funny.
yes,
I laughed a lot.
Birds of Prey is DC's Deadpool.
Okay. Well, that makes sense because Harley Quinn is DC's Deadpool.
Yeah,
Not
And
that
I-
that's a good thing.
And
but
I just really like
is what
what
it
is
is.
it? Margot
Margot Robbie.
Margot
Robbie's
Robbie.
great.
So just her on screen is already I'm already in.
yeah.
So just that added with like just funny shitty people is hilarious to me.
Leland did comment, I think maybe the thing he enjoyed the most. Apparently, Ewan McGregor is just devouring
he's fucking
everybody on film.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor is so fucking good as Black
Yeah,
Mask.
yeah.
There's not a scene left without chew marks on it by the time he's
Dude,
done.
Ewan McGregor's Black Mask is what Jared Leto wanted his Joker to be.
Really?
Yes, it's so fucking good.
All right.
Like he's charming 1 second and could be fucking psychotic the
Yeah,
next.
Not what that character is, but I'm interested to see that
Yeah.
performance.
It turns around sometimes where it's all fun, happy, dappy, and it's like, oh shit, it got real serious.
Yeah.
He's
It's like
so
watching
good.
Atlanta. It's great.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor is so good.
Yeah.
Real
he did a
quick,
great job.
is there any explanation as to the mask itself?
He just really likes masks.
Okay, just
Yeah.
checking to see if they were going to kind of go to the comic source.
No, if they did, I don't know. I don't know what the comic source is for that.
Nah. The mask isn't a mask anymore. It's actually like his head
yeah.
face now.
He's like the Red Skull.
But it's actually made of the ashes of his mom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they do not go into that.
Yeah, I was just checking.
He's just a psychopath who likes to cut people's faces off.
Oh. Okay.
And he's besties with Victor Says.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Nice to see Victor Zsasz get some.
Yeah.
That's the other. That,
yeah.
Okay.
It was really cool to see Says in the movie.
Like he gets a blip in the Nolan movies.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
just like a reference.
Because he's just in the jail, isn't he?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. In like the second one.
Yeah, because like knowing who Victor Sass is,
Yeah.
Victor Sass is like the one person that can actually calm Roman Sionis down when he's like going nuts.
Okay.
Yeah. Even though Victor Sass is a fucking psychopath.
Yeah. Also, completely insane person. I'd love to see Onomatopoeia eventually show up. It's Kevin Smith's Bat villain. Who I forget like what his crime like gimmick is.
Yeah.
But he does not speak.
Yeah.
Like he only uses onomatopoeia.
Yeah. Steph, do you know what onomatopoeia is?
No, that's just a sound my brother would do to be annoying.
What?
He would just make that sound.
Onomatopoeia?
Something along those lines.
It's a
to just be
word.
annoying. Yeah.
Okay.
What does it mean?
Onomatopoeia is the term for when you say boom for an explosion. Boom is the onomatopoeia.
Oh,
Yeah.
like that happening in things.
It's when you use a word for a sound, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is called an onomatopoeia. So boom is an onomatopoeia, but explosion is not.
Oh, okay.
Understand? Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I think so.
And
fire just keeps
I
going
only
in my
learned that
head.
word. I only learned that word through.
I
that
wouldn't know how
comic
to
book.
spell it. How do you spell onomatopoeia?
Fuck if I know.
There's an episode of Hey Arnold where they go over it.
On a POA. I don't know.
There's a T in there.
I thought it was a PIA.
Fuck you. There's no P in there or T in there.
I don't know, matopia.
Oh, onomatopoeia. Is that it?
I believe so.
I've been using an N sound. Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia.
Okay, Google. Onomatopoeia.
Does it say?
Well,
Yeah.
Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia.
Yeah, onomatopoeia.
Boom, splash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all those sound effect things. Like in the Batman 66 when it's, pow!
Ow.
Onomatopoeia.
I like splash. Splash.
Splash. But yes, fucking Huntress is so funny.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she's great. I also like her too. I love her as a character.
I was not expecting that character to be played in that way. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I got a feeling none of it is really like to what I'm used to for those characters.
Probably not.
Yeah. Which is fine because I don't hold these movies to the comic books anymore anyway.
Yeah,
I also-
as you should.
Yeah.
I've also always had a big crush on the girl who plays Black Canary. Smollett.
A Journey Smollett.
Journey
Bell.
Smollett.
Where would I know her from?
My Cousin Skeeter.
Nope. Let's pick a different one.
Nope.
Roll Bounce.
Nope.
Jussie Smollett's sister.
Nope.
That hit Tyler Perry movie, Temptation.
Nope.
Let me find
All right. I guess I've never seen her before.
her. She's really fun to watch. I've always had a
But
crush on her.
it's really cool to see Renee Montoya in a DC live action movie.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah.
That is
Who's
cool.
she?
Rosie Perez.
Rosie Perez.
Oh, I know her from White Man Can't Jump.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, Rosie Perez. Her.
Words that start with the letter Q. I remember that.
So yeah, that character Renee Montoya, she originated in the animated series, right?
I think that's a maybe.
Yeah, because I know Harley came from the animated
Yes.
series.
Yeah, Harley's from the cartoon first.
Yeah.
Montoya maybe. She's super cool in the comics.
Yeah. I believe she's currently the Question.
She at least was. I've really fallen off of DC because they just cannot keep their shit together.
That makes sense, but that's really cool though.
Yeah.
Also sad that the original Question's dead.
Yeah. Montoya has a relationship with Batwoman for a while. She becomes the Question, at least for a while, but my gut says that's not the case anymore.
Yeah. Oh, so would they put the Question in the Batwoman show?
I've only watched a handful of episodes. I don't know if they've even mentioned Abe Montoya. They've tweaked some weird stuff. I mean, it'd be cool if they did.
Yeah.
I don't see why not. I did watch all the Crisis.
How was that?
It's cool.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I haven't been watching those shows,
Yeah.
so I kind of forgot like how cheesy they also are.
I mean, CW.
Yeah.
For some reason, a dude is shirtless and ripped out of his mind and just wearing pants.
So it takes me a little bit to like, oh, that's right. Like these shows are pretty cheesy,
Yeah.
as well as exciting.
Yeah.
Like they're not bad shows at all.
Yeah.
But no, overall pretty good, and like a good send off for Green Arrow.
That's good.
Yeah,
He needs to do something else. I'd like to see Stephen
years.
Amell in more things.
8 years. Let that man have some bread.
Oh God, yeah. Jesus.
Yeah. Fuck. It's just like the first episode he's doing that fucking salmon ladder.
Yeah.
And we all discovered what a salmon ladder was.
I only knew the salmon ladder from what is it?
Ninja Warrior.
Ninja Warrior
Okay.
with Makoto.
Oh, the guy
Yeah.
who
The fisherman.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
The first guy who became the
He's the
Ninja
fucking
Warrior.
best.
Yeah.
It's pretty rad.
Yeah, that was
Such a-
always so sick.
He was a nice man.
He was such a happy guy.
Yeah.
Nice little fisherman.
But yes, watch Birds of Prey. It's a great movie.
All right. I'll get out there and I'll see
I'd
it
watch
this
it
week.
again.
Clearly the best DC movie.
I enjoyed it.
Over Wonder Woman?
I would say yes.
Wow.
Did people really have a huge problem with Wonder Woman?
No,
No,
Wonder
people
Woman
like
is the
Woman.
best DC movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's saying this is now better than Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman was by far the best.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, there's a big gap. Like, Wonder Woman, noticeable gap, Shazam, Aquaman, Shazam right around there, and then a larger gap to the Justice
Yeah.
League and Batman, Superman.
Oh,
Like,
okay. I see what you're saying.
Suicide
Because I
Squad
wouldn't put
at
it
the
on the
bottom.
same scale.
Like Wonder Woman would be
Wonder Woman, I didn't laugh at.
Wonder Woman would be up
It's not
higher.
really a funny movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wonder Woman would be up higher if that third act wasn't so bad.
I don't remember that.
That's fair. Like, the movie goes downhill after No Man's Land.
yeah.
Oh, I saw a bunch of trailers finally when we watched
For Wonder
Birds
Woman
of Prey.
84?
Yeah, I saw that trailer for the first time.
Oh yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
I saw that trailer.
I'm up for it, but the trailer's not doing it.
It doesn't
for
make
me.
any goddamn sense, but I
Yeah.
don't care.
I saw the trailer.
It's Wonder Woman.
What is it? The one that's supposed to play. There's something with like a time lapse in it.
Oh, Tenet.
Tenet. Yeah, I want to watch that.
With,
David Tennant?
John David Washington. The new Christopher Nolan movie.
Okay.
So it's basically it's some agency that I don't know what they do, but it has to do with time.
It's run by David Tennant.
No. I wish.
There's just a part in the
There's
trailer.
only one N.
There's just a part in the trailer where Robert Pattinson, he looks so good in that damn movie.
Steph's all really into Robert Pattinson now.
I've always liked how he looks.
He's Batman, right?
He's Batman.
I heard.
You can see him in a skin-tight rubber suit.
Does he have nipple things too?
We'll find out.
Oh boy,
I hope there's a scene that's like no nipples.
not the nipples today, sir.
Just sand it off.
Yeah, no. There's a part where they go in the hallway, and then Robert Pattinson's character says like, "What happened here?" And he goes, "It hasn't happened yet." And it just like does some time thing.
Watch the trailer
All
for
right.
Tenet. It's
weird.
a cool concept. It's a
But it
Nolan
looks
movie,
sick.
so like it's a
Yeah,
cool
and
concept.
I think I've liked just about every Nolan movie I've watched.
I still
I
need to
can't
see
tell you what a
Interstellar.
Nolan movie is.
Inception.
All
Yes.
the Batman movies with Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dark Knight
Memento.
trilogy. Yeah.
Yes. I forget the first Dark
The
Knight though.
Prestige. I like The Prestige.
I
a
haven't
bunch.
seen the
Still
Prestige,
haven't
yeah.
seen it, but it's on my list on Netflix. It's
Okay.
been on my list for forever.
Is that's the Bale?
ScarJo?
Yes.
Yes. That's the one.
ScarJo, Batman, and Wolverine.
Oh fuck! I didn't know ScarJo's in that movie.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, I'm so in.
That's one of the
I got it.
Oh, I'm so down.
I've heard I only my ex told me about it like a really long time ago, and him and his friend, that was like one of their favorite movies.
Granted, I know the twist, but I
I've
still
never
want to watch
seen
the
it.
movie.
Got it on Blu-ray too.
Oh
Apparently.
damn!
You got
After after that.
You don't get any other
Yeah.
movies.
Let me
until
tell
catch
you how
up.
I didn't even watch
Do I want to hear it?
I didn't even watch Parasite because I was just like,
But you don't
I can't
have Parasite.
I know, but I was like, I could get Parasite right now.
$15 on Amazon.
I know,
And it's
or
yours forever.
or
Rent it
$4
for
to
$5.
rent.
Rent it for $3, I think.
So it's just
Whatever.
like, oh, I could watch Parasite, but just imagine the shit I'd get for watching that and not watching.
It won the Oscar. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bust your balls over
Okay.
that.
But still,
it
I just
deserved
felt
that
like
Oscar too.
I still like. Well, I'll wait. I won't watch anything else.
Granted,
I
I didn't see
didn't
any
watch
other
anything
ones.
else really. I was gonna watch Back to the Future last night, but then I was like,
But-
I'm gonna edit a video, and that took up all my time.
So on Saturday, I watched Horse Girl on Netflix.
Have that on my list.
That's the Alison Brie movie. And boy, oh boy, that movie goes places.
With a horse and a girl, or a horse that's a girl, or a
She's a girl who likes
half
horses.
girl, half horse. How much does she love horses?
A lot.
Like
Is it sexual?
No, God, no. Jesus. What's wrong with you?
A lot of things. I ask myself every day.
Where's that inner monologue telling you not to say things?
No, my inner monologue is like, wait, why would they say that? Does she do things with horses? Does she do things with horses? Is it
ask them.
sexual? That's why. That's where my mind went.
Though she does do full frontal again, so there's that.
Where's
Okay.
her first full frontal?
Glow.
Didn't finish.
Oh, that's right.
It's like the first episode of Glow.
Yeah.
Wait, then I have seen it.
You've just forgotten about it.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
I tried to get past episode 4, and I was just
I haven't
out.
watched season 3 yet.
I haven't watched season 2 or 3 yet.
You know what are you? I'm sorry. I didn't want to start something new.
No.
Unless you're done. I burned through Lock and Key over the weekend.
Bro, I need to watch that.
I see the thing, but I don't know what it is.
I was going to watch it, but then I just played Call of Duty.
I don't know why I have that thing in my head too now. The Lock and Key is the what's
Netflix
the
show
It's a Netflix show based off of a comic book. Written
called
by
Lock and Key.
written by Joe Hill, Stephen King's son.
Do you know what the box art of it is, or the?
Yeah,
It's-
it's you see the back of someone's head and their neck, and there's a keyhole there, and someone's about to put a key into it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I've seen it scrolling. I didn't know what it was.
It's super creative.
Yeah.
It's very cool. I haven't read the book, so I don't know what it is compared to the book, other than like conceptually the same. But to pitch it, it's this family. They go to this old family house no one's been to in years, and in the house are magical keys. These keys each have a different property to them. One you can put in any door, think about a place and walk through the door and be there.
Okay.
As long as there's a door on the other end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's super cool. It's a little YA, not heavy on the relationship stuff, but your main protagonists are teenagers.
It looks
who are
YA,
clearly
but I don't care.
20-year-olds.
Yeah.
I didn't think what you were talking about when you said YA.
Oh, yeah, young adult.
I was like, yeah. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh, young adults. And I was
Yeah.
like, younger audiences. Okay.
I haven't seen so many fucking 20-year-olds trying to pass off as high schoolers since like fucking Saved by the Bell.
Really?
Oh,
I feel like it
man.
happens way too much. I mean,
No, it happens.
Rachel McAdams played a high schooler.
It happens all the time, but here it seems so apparent.
Yeah.
Like, obvious.
Yeah. Like there's
Pretty Little Liars. All those girls are older.
Yeah, no, I mean
than you
it's
would think,
how it's
yeah.
done. Like
Yeah.
teenagers don't play teenagers.
Except in High School Musical, the series.
Fuck off.
Great show. Disney Plus.
Like
Have not watched anything on Disney Plus.
At one point, this kid gives a fake ID to a liquor store to buy beer. And I didn't know it was a fake ID. I just thought he was in his 20s. And then he's in high school. I'm like, why are you here, dude? And through context, I realized, like, you're a fucking student.
Yeah.
Because we meet this guy.
Oh, okay.
We really first time meet this dude in the liquor store. So we really don't have much context before for him. And I was super confused.
Yeah.
But it was super cool. It was very cool to watch. I'm very into it. They've got room for more. If they do, cool. But I'm happy with what I got.
Awesome. Yeah, I really want to check that out.
Yeah. It's not like Mandalorian, like I have to devour this.
I don't expect it to be, but yeah.
Yeah, but it was still very cool.
I
I just don't want
remembered.
anyone to think like it's too hyped.
Yeah.
I remembered we wanted to mention The Circle
Oh,
Again?
yes.
because I brought it up.
Yeah.
But then
Like 2-3 weeks ago?
when me and Jordan were on when we were playing Borderlands, Jordan was like, "Have we talked about Circle
'Cause we
the Circle
finished the
on the
show.
podcast?"
Some.
And I was like, "I vaguely talked about it, and that was it." And he was like, "I feel like we should talk about it on the podcast." And I was like,
No,
"Okay."
I said I'm surprised we
we
didn't
didn't.
talk more about it.
I don't know.
'Cause we
I said I
finished the
finished
show.
it. I felt like I talked about it, but then we were talking about other stuff, so we kind of shifted and talked
And
about
also,
that.
like, I'm just so anti-reality shows. I
Yeah.
probably didn't, like, feed it more time.
It's funny because there's a guy on there who's anti-social media. Like,
Isn't that the point of the show?
And he almost wins.
and he almost wins by just being himself. And he hates influencers. He hates this whole like everyone shows their best life
the social
online
media lifestyle.
and
but
social
he
media
still
lifestyle.
put in his tape to be considered for the show.
Yeah, because he wanted to prove that you could just be yourself and be totally fine.
No, I don't believe any of
Yeah.
this.
And then it's actually really interesting because he was just like, I hate influencers and I'm a top influencer now. This is so ridiculous. She's also 22. So there's also really young kids.
They're all like 20-something. Like,
I mean, I don't know. He seemed young to me.
but it turns out
He was trying to win by like
being himself.
being himself and using statistics and what
Yeah,
is it?
it turns out the people who
Super smart guy.
became like the top 4 were all just basically themselves the entire time, except for one dude that catfished everyone. But
Yeah. It's kind of funny because that's what I rewatched on the weekend. I rewatched the finale because I needed background noise while I folded clothes, and I sat down and rewatched it and felt everything all over again.
well, you know what I watched?
What?
I watched the first 2 episodes of The Outsider on HBO. Now that show, it's based off a Stephen King novel,
Okay.
and it's crazy.
I feel like I'm confusing it with a Outlander. I'm thinking The Outlander.
Yes, no, not that,
Okay.
not Outlander. The Outsider. It takes place in some town, not in Maine for once.
What?
Yeah,
And Stephen King wrote this?
Yeah,
I don't
right?
believe it.
but basically, Jason Bateman is accused of violently murdering this child
Okay.
and sodomizing him because it's Stephen King.
True.
And And like just means like I didn't do this, but there's all this evidence that points to him. There's security video, all these things that point to it's him. But then there's also proof that he didn't do it.
I don't have HBO.
So then it's this whole mystery of like what the fuck is going on.
I feel like I would want to watch that.
And then like towards the middle of the second episode, that's when you start really realizing, there's some weird supernatural stuff happening now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's creepy and it's filmed extremely well. It's acting extremely well. It's great. Ben Mendelsohn is the main character.
I like him.
Yeah.
Is he still like Australian as fuck?
No, he's playing just just white bread American man.
But like, how's his accent?
It's interesting because his character has like a
Southern. He's doing Southern, yeah.
Not really Southern, but he has like kind of a speech impediment.
Okay.
Which I think he does it to
calm the fuck down, cops.
Yeah, sirens are on our side. I think he's mostly doing that to hide the Australian accent.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting way that he speaks, but he does it naturally. So I was like, all right,
well, that's cool.
How much is HBO now?
$15 a month. Steph just shakes her head.
That's makeup money.
Yeah, I just use my brother's. Account. Granted, he has my Netflix and Hulu, so it's
it evens
trade.
out. Yeah.
There's all these things I want to watch.
Since I guess we just talk about what we watch now. I've been watching. I watched the first 3 episodes of Pennyworth.
Oh yeah, how's
remember
that?
they're advertising that?
Yeah,
it's cool. It's actually pretty cool.
It's about Alfred. It's about Batman's butler.
Yeah, young Alfred.
That was on my list of stuff to do during Comic-Con, but it was just so packed. Everyone went in there to.
It's actually
Alfred
cool.
the butler. Right?
I really like the actor they have playing Alfred.
Yeah.
Like his not quite Cockney like accent.
Is it the Alfred or somebody else?
It's Alfred.
Okay, so like Mr. Brown, Harry Brown.
No, it's
What?
not. It's not Michael Caine.
No.
It's not Michael Caine.
Oh yeah, Michael Caine.
No, it's young Alfred. So it's like set in, I think, before World War II.
Damn, how young is?
Damn, I don't.
How old is Alfred?
I was really
Jesus.
bad at
The
history.
problem is they keep fucking with it because like
Yeah.
the characters are eternally 30.
Yeah,
But like you can't do that.
yeah.
Like there's just a quick side tangent. Like there's going to be a point where it's not really going to be feasible that Magneto is a Holocaust survivor.
Yeah.
And that is a very important part of his story.
Yes, it is.
They have to keep making him just live forever for that to still be a thing.
I wonder how they're going to integrate him into the MCU.
I hope they just split into the XCU.
That'd be fine.
I don't want them to cross over.
Really? Not at all?
No. It's too much. Too much bullshit.
Okay, that's fair.
It's way too fucking complicated.
Yeah. It's also way too late into the universe
Yeah,
to just add.
it'd be weird.
Now
Just-
there's racism.
Just do it separately. That's fine.
We're fine with the Avengers, not you guys.
But it's cool because it's like I'm only 3 episodes in, so they're still laying groundwork down. But like Alfred deals with PTSD with a couple of his other soldier buddies from
Yeah.
like I said, I think it's before World War I, or World War II. So it's World War I. They have the PTSD from.
Yeah.
And like these 3, like his 2 buddies are each dealing with it. The first couple episodes, dealing with a local gang. They just introduced a whole, like Illuminati type group. I forget what that kind of thing is called. It's not a shadow government, not that big, but
I was going to say that, but a secret society.
Yes, a secret society. Yes, and like it's definitely not. It's not for children.
Yeah, well,
The show?
Yeah, it's not even like for like prime time like Gotham was.
yeah,
Like it's very much like we're going to tell our story.
yeah,
Granted, we have met Martha and we have met
Thomas.
already.
Okay.
And they're like, okay, well, clearly they're going to be reoccurring characters.
Yeah,
But like, even the dialogue is so fucking old British
yeah.
that I'm kind of not even understanding everything that I understand through context.
Yeah.
But the individual words, like they're really putting in the slang, which I'm really enjoying the fuck out of.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes like, oh, that's a thing I have heard before.
Put some subtitles.
Well, yeah, subtitles are there, but the subtitles aren't giving a translation.
That's fair.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what they were.
Yeah,
saying.
like I understand it through the context. They don't go so deep into the woods that you don't understand what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But they'll use phrases that I'm like, I don't exactly know, but I know you meant to say that person's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, like what would they say? He's in the loony bin?
No, not even that easy. Remember in Austin Powers when Austin Powers talks to his dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they like talk super English?
Yeah.
I've heard several things out of that conversation.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know what you're... Okay. Yeah, where it doesn't sound like they're really saying actual things, but
it's their
the translations
words.
are...
Their words I know. Their words I know those words individually, but when you put them in this specific order,
Yeah.
I don't understand what their intent is. I don't understand like why these words.
Yeah. And it means something that you don't expect.
Yeah. They're like they have used straight up some Cockney, some rhyming Cockney.
But okay. Here's the thing. But so what's really like the selling point? Is it's just Alfred before he becomes the butler that we all know, and then like
Yes.
what? Like, are there villains or like what?
I'm 3 in. There's the Secret Society. There's
I found it. It's called Naughty English.
Naughty English.
Naughty
Yeah.
English.
Well,
like
that's
NOTT.
like
Or
English. They were saying English. So, Nigel, all right, son, I could have had it away with this crackling Julie, my old China. Subtitle, I was about to make love to this pretty girl.
yeah, stuff like that.
makes sense.
Are you telling a bunch pork pies a bag of trout? Because if you are feeling quiggly, why not just have a J. Arthur? Is this true? If you were aroused, why didn't you just pleasure yourself? Nigel, what? Billy no mate? What? Alone?
Are you? There's just like a transcript from the show.
Yeah, I
you
looked
found?
up the thing and it said Austin Powers talking to his dad, English.
Oh, that you pulled that up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I mean, this seems too heavy now for the show I'm describing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they say it was a tea kettle, and I
Yeah.
don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
She shat on a turtle.
the
I like Austin
the
Powers.
reason to watch
Yeah.
Pennyworth. I mean, 3 episodes in, there's no Batman.
Yeah.
You are just watching young Alfred, and Alfred. I think at a point, I think maybe somewhere in the 80s or 90s, Alfred does kind of get fleshed out of his history, and he was SAS.
Yeah.
So like he was a fucking like badass soldier.
Yeah.
So it's playing on that. I think the Secret Society thing might be new, but my old ass Batman history is next to nothing. I'm like current Batman shit, top level. Like I know Batman's villains. I don't know Alfred's villains.
This is gonna be Ra's al Ghul, just
But that's a possibility.
because he lives forever.
Yeah.
So
Ra's al Ghul is a very real possibility to like head the Secret Society, and that'd be neat.
yeah.
But it's very well acted.
Yeah.
The stories have been pretty solid. Everything has been real compelling. And again, like I just really love listening and watching this guy who's playing Alfred.
Yeah.
Like he's so charismatic in his English as fuck way.
Pennyworth. Let's see what this dude's name is.
It better be English as fuck.
Jack Bannon.
That's not English enough. That's practically American.
Yeah. Ben Aldridge is Thomas Wayne. Paloma Faith is Bet Sykes.
Yeah. She's a bad girl.
I got thrown off.
Who's like compellingly crazy.
Yo, Jason Fleming is Lord James Harwood.
2 very English names.
Super off topic. You guys were talking about Batman and villains and Alfred and his villains.
Yes.
So then I looked up Bane, right?
Yes.
Because I was just
Tom Hardy?
which is Tom Hardy. I knew it was Tom Hardy, but for some reason I was imagining what's his name?
Deckard Cain.
I was imagining
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
No, what's the
Hello, Batman.
He was in a movie with he's in the what's his name? He's a wrestler and he's in the movie
DiCaprio.
with
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
not
Miz.
Dwayne, no.
Batista.
Bautista.
Okay.
I was imagining Bautista and I was like, that's not Bautista. And I looked him up and I was like, I know it's Tom Hardy, but then Vin Diesel's name kept popping up and I was like, I know it's not Vin Diesel. Bautista. He's not it. It was Tom Hardy.
Such a missed opportunity that it wasn't The Rock.
You know what?
As Bane?
Yes.
I can't imagine that.
As much as I would love Goldberg in our Fast and Furious talk last week, but Batista would be a better choice.
Yeah.
Watching that trailer on the big screen before
before Birds of Prey.
Birds of
Good
Prey
Lord.
was like,
Was everybody
God.
hype in the theater?
Oh yeah, it was us and like 8 other people.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
I forgot you watched Birds of Prey.
I was having a ball. Like I watched it and I was like, oh, I have so many feelings, and I was like, oh, I can't wait. And then as soon as freaking Charlize Theron and her hair, I was like, I hate it.
Yes.
Even on big screen, I fucking hate it.
more.
Yeah, it's
Hate it on a larger
Even
scale.
They could have
worse.
just gave her, you know what look I really like on her? When
the dreadlocks.
No, I really like her hair. It's like short. It's not a pixie cut, but it's like kind of pixie, but when they flip it off to the side, kind of like what your hair is doing now. That'd look really good on
For the
her.
audience.
Sorry.
That's fine.
It's like
I for a second, I thought you were going Furiosa in Mad Max. I'm like, she had no hair?
Yeah.
oh yeah, no.
I thought you were gonna say something like Atomic Blonde. But
I mean, I would have loved her hair in. Yeah,
I mean, her hair looks great in everything else I can think of.
but that
except
hat,
this.
yeah.
and Monster.
All right, but like
I
she
forget that's her in
deliberately
Yeah.
went like prosthetics and shit to get back.
Crazy how much she changes in movies. Like
She's solid.
like have
She's
you
a real great
have you at
actress.
least seen the trailer for Bombshell?
No.
Charlize Theron looks uncannily like Megyn Kelly.
Yeah,
Like, it's crazy.
I did not recognize her in the
I don't
little
know who Megyn
Oscar
Kelly is.
things.
You don't need to know who she is.
Does she suck?
Yes, she sucks. She complained that back in her day it was totally fine to do blackface. I don't know why everyone's so mad about now.
Oh, her. Yeah, I've seen her trending. I remember and everyone was like, excuse me, what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Girl, what were you
but
thinking?
the movie Bombshell is basically why she left Fox News.
Did she have to repeat that?
No, it's because
okay.
it was she had allegations towards like the main guy of Fox that he sexually
Rupert Murdoch?
Yes,
Oh,
yeah, that's what it's about.
I didn't know that.
So and the Bombshell, it's I believe it's Margot Robbie's character who witnessed it or also experienced it until she was coming forward or something like
There you
that.
go.
So
That's the hairstyle I like on her.
Okay.
I've always
Yeah, so
liked it.
like short,
when
got a little wave up
when
top.
it's short and
Yeah.
it has a wave, I've always liked that look on her.
Yeah, she got a fade.
yeah.
I like it. I like it. Give her that. Why'd you have to give her this freaking thing?
I don't know. Somebody made a choice.
Maybe it was her
They put
choice.
a bowl on her head and they just
They
started
did.
snipping away.
They
And I
did.
hate
What
it.
if she was like, I need to get the perfect haircut
She got
to
my
make me
8-year-old
look.
haircut.
I need a haircut to make me look like a villain. Bowl cut.
Boom.
Everyone will hate me.
She's a gorgeous woman.
Sure is.
One step back to talking about
Love
Bane.
that too.
The Harley Quinn cartoon.
Yeah.
They're imitating that Bane voice.
Really?
Yeah.
Hello, Harley.
I'm going to Black Manta's for a barbecue this weekend. I take it you didn't get the invite?
That's great.
What's that phrase you always say? The darkness consumes me, or whatever.
Whoa.
Is that the right one? Or am I
No.
confusing wrong people?
You're fusing
You
different-
merely
the darkness
adopted the
consumes
darkness.
me.
I was
Oh yeah,
born in
I was
it.
born in it.
darkness. Let the darkness consume you. It's some Kingdom Hearts shit right there.
Oh yeah, shit.
Hello,
my bad.
darkness, my old friend.
That makes more sense.
I've come
now.
to speak with you again.
Good to see you. Sorry, that's just Deckard Cain.
I'm not good at voices. I'd
Stay
like
a
to
while
believe I
and
am.
listen.
But...
Blee?
No, I'd like to believe
Oh.
I am, but
Oh, and
sometimes I know
voices.
I'm
Good
not.
at voices.
Good. Well, do a voice.
Yeah. No, because now I'm on the spot and I can't pull it off. I know I can impersonate sometimes, but
Good. Good.
Very good.
Batman.
Let me hear your Bane voice.
No, I'm not good at that.
When Gotham is reduced to ashes, then you have my permission to die.
That's a lot for me to memorize.
I'll tell you, neither one of us are doing it right. We're both bad.
He's right. He's right, you know.
Why does he talk
Morgan
like that?
Freeman is pointing upwards when he says that.
Okay, you keep doing this Morgan and you keep doing a Morgan
Don't say
Freeman.
Friedman. Please don't say Friedman. You're going to ruin me.
You keep doing a Morgan Freeman impression.
My name's
And
Shawshank.
you've never seen Shawshank Redemption.
My
And
name is Shawshank,
This
and
is
this
my
is my
redemption. That's not the. You never fucking
I was in
says
prison with
that.
my good friend Jimmy Dufresne.
Jimmy Dufresne.
Andy.
I don't know.
Andy
I
Dufresne.
haven't seen the movie.
You
It's a
should.
good movie. It is a great.
His name is Shawshank. He gets redeemed. Okay, cool. He
It's
goes
a
free
rough
at the end.
movie,
But you got the Raquel Welch reference I made last week.
I don't even know who that is.
It's the woman on the poster that is behind the hole that Andy Dufresne is like carving into for so many years, 13 years or something.
But
Yeah.
I mean, that's an iconic scene.
Great. I get it. I'm not surprised. I'm just upset. I'm upset that you know this little detail that like to a great fucking movie.
It's true.
Hello, it's me, Morgan Freeman.
And I'm Bane from the Harley Quinn animated series.
Welcome to LoRC.
It's good to have you here with us.
I was God once.
I was Gotham's Reckoning.
I watched. It was great.
I feel like as you guys keep talking more, it's like not good at all.
Well, don't you have a voice you can do?
Is that?
Not your best droopy.
Not my best droopy.
Oh, okay. That's.
I'm so happy.
Better, but... Come on, Steph.
No.
One voice and then we're out.
No, who's Droopy?
Droopy dog? The sad dog from Looney Tunes?
I know who you're making fun of, but I don't know him by name.
The dog with a long, like,
Who's always
face.
sad?
Yeah.
His face is drooping because his name is Droopy.
I mean, I know I could do voices. Now I'm on the spot.
Give us one and then we'll get out of here.
I don't know whose voice to do.
Any voice. Your favorite character.
Don't look at her. She won't be able
All
to.
right, we're gonna look away.
I got it.
All right, Jordan and I are looking away from Stephanie right now.
Hi. Wait, fuck, I can't do it. Are you gonna get some ingredients?
The worst Donald Duck.
Donald Duck from
Is that what that was?
Yeah, that's
from
what's Donald
Kingdom
Duck.
Hearts, because he goes, this looks like a place for some ingredients. And it's so fucking annoying. It's so annoying because when you run around, there's all these ingredients everywhere.
Can you at least do a Mickey Mouse? Hi, Sora. Suck my dick.
No.
Motherfuckers.
Goofy.
Yes, correct.
Gorsh.
Oh, gosh, Sora.
He says gorsh.
Gosh.
Gorsh.
Gosh.
Gorsh. Hey, Max.
This is painful to watch.
I'm on the spot and I can't do it.
Hey, Maxie. I'm in college with you now. It's an extreme goofy movie.
That's bad. I just hear you.
Yeah, no, it fell apart super quick.
Yeah, the beginning. All right, fine. I made a promise. You did a voice. We can
There you go. Perfect.
Now, take us out in another voice.
Like just any voice?
Yes,
Any
any
voice.
voice.
Or if you want to do a dialect or an accent.
Do an accent.
Oh, I could be a fob.
Do it.
Fop?
Fresh off the boat.
Filipino.
Okay.
Fob.
I know.
All right, yeah, we'll look away. We're not looking at stuff so she can...
You can follow our podcast at the LORC podcast
Is anyone else feeling cringy?
at the
My white guilt
on
is really kicking it
Instagram
up.
and Facebook.
You suggested
You can-
an accent.
Yeah,
I
you did,
mean-
and it was bad. I'm like just talking as like not my family, but just like any generic fobby voice who can't really talk, and it's really slow when it comes out.
I've explained that it's to me, Fob is like old Italian and Irish immigrants.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh.
So, yeah.
I could see that.
Like the fact that it is now like for Asian immigrants, like it's not my first thought.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's why I had to second guess when you said it.
Oh, yeah.
Take us out with the Boston accent.
You can follow us on the podcast, LoRC Podcast, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Follow us. We love you. Bye-bye.
That was New Jersey Italian.
Shit, I'm not good at this. I told you, I'm not good at this.
It's like Matt Damon was in the room.
Get in the car.
It's like Chris Evans was here with us.
It's like Mark Wahlberg blessed us with his presence.
Jordan, you do one now.
Oh God.
Do the
nerve-wracking.
podcast subscribables.
You can find us on most social media.
You're not Morgan Freeman.
You weren't Boston either.
Shut up.
You weren't close to Boston.
I just started talking.
You were both Boston and New York. And they hate each other.
Oh, no.
And I can tell in that voice.
Thank it.
There's lots of self-loathing in that voice.
God.
I'm from Boston and New York. I get my coffee and
I hate
pizza
it here.
down the street. Rachel, get in the car. You can find us on most social media platforms at LRC Podcast. That's Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You could listen to us on Spotify. It's just dropping out now. It's just
I can't do that. I don't even think I can count.
Yeah, you could listen to us on Spotify, Google Play, wherever you listen to your
The list
podcast.
is too long. That's why I've stopped
Yeah.
listing them all.
Just go to
YouTube.
where you usually listen to podcasts and find
Yeah.
us there. And if we're
If
not
you're
there,
aware of
download the ones we've
podcasts-
said.
Find one friend that you know that doesn't listen to this show and force them to listen. Put it on their phone, on their Spotify, on their YouTube
Play it when
account,
you have
something.
parties.
Play it.
That makes me cringe.
Play it.
I don't want to be at your party.
Too many people listening to me at the same time.
Play it at
with
your
me
next
around.
birthday party, your bar mitzvah, your child's christening, your all of those things. At your wedding.
Dicks.
Play it at your wedding as
Trying to circumcise this child. Dicks. We thought it was appropriate.
as your bride is walking down the aisle. Instead of the wedding song, you play this podcast.
So it's a robot that fucks people.
Sex robot. Remember that one?
Good Lord.
And then I'll cut a watermelon with a samurai sword.
Yes. Still got to do that. Fruit Olympics 2020 coming to you this summer.
Man, I love pizza.
You know, when you're like, you just find yourself kneading the dough and then all of a sudden, surprise pizza. Yeah.
Good Lord.
The pizza's shaped like a dinosaur.
Oh, that's true.
We're just doing our own greatest hits. And if you want to email us for whatever reason,
Email us
go
stuff
ahead.
about you, where you live.
Tell us your favorite impression.
Tell us your thoughts about our
impressions to
impressions.
really do badly and possibly offend people. LORCpodcast@gmail.com. Steph, if they want to get up on these makeup videos you've been up to,
You can see everything I'm doing on my Instagram and Twitter and YouTube and Twitch. Stephuhnoids. Stephanoids.
nice.
Isn't your Twitch different?
Yes, it is. My Twitch is Steph X on XV. That's
But if you're following-
STEPHX.
If you're following on the social medias, follow
Yeah.
the link, and you don't have
There
to
you
know.
go. You don't
True.
have
The
to
Twitch
know.
handle.
Link in the description.
Watch my videos. It makes me feel better.
Yes, watch your goddamn videos.
Steph just dropped her phone.
Yeah.
Jordan,
Oh, the phone that I bought for her? What?
Shut up. Thank you. Oh, God. Oh, God. No, but
You can
yeah.
find me on most social media platforms at Jordan is a bear. Watch my goddamn Twitch streams. Watch my goddamn videos on YouTube when I put them out. Working on another one. Don't advertise them at all.
I don't know what the last one was about. What's the next one not about?
It's going to be about a sling bag.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I see a lot of weird things on Instagram, and I just buy them.
I was telling him, I was like, I don't get those ads. And then I started really paying attention to my ads.
Yeah, they're there.
And they're there, but I don't see them pop out as much because I just think that I'm following makeup people and beauty stuff. So it just comes up like stuff I would normally see.
Yeah, it's good.
So it's not eye-catching me in the sense of like,
they got a good algorithm on you.
Yeah, they have a nice targeted ad towards you.
Yeah.
Me, it's all kinds of random shit.
all your stuff is random gadgets, cell phone cases, I guess.
Yeah, I got one for a metal straw. I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy that.
Yeah, all mine is like beauty products and clothes off Amazon.
That's
So
fair.
I'll keep seeing those ads, and I'm just like, yeah, that looks nice. Look at the price. Yeah, that's not $35 cute. I'm good.
I checked out a new phone case. I was thinking because I want to get like a cool, fun D&D phone case.
Yeah.
And now it's all I see.
That one search, you got it?
Yeah.
I didn't buy it. It showed up on one ad, and I liked it. I looked at it. I'm like, oh, all right, $25. That's not a bad price. And I'm thinking, well, like maybe I'll get like the book ones. I kind of been wanting one of them book ones. And now it's everywhere. It's just constantly trying to convince me to buy it.
What would you do with one of the book ones? Would you like want it for like put your IDs and stuff in there too, or?
Yeah.
I don't like how those look.
I mean, as long as they don't get too bulky, like I clearly have to pare down, but like I've got like 10 gift cards in my fucking wallet.
I still have the gift card you gave me from a Christmas you got a year ago or two for
Ballast.
Ballast. It's still in my wallet.
No, it's still good.
I know.
Presumably.
It's bent up, but it's still good.
Nice. And if you want me to be your reckoning, find me at Graphite Night on the Twitter and Spookington
Still love
on the Instagram.
Because he said he's the reckoning of Gotham when he was doing his Bane voice. That's why.
Yeah,
And I can
so-
only remember 5 minutes back.
Or they can see you reckoning them. Damn.
That's the joke.
I got it.
It's like what Wreck-It Ralph said to Calliope on her 18th birthday.
Stop it.
I'm gonna wreck it.
That still like makes my ears want to fucking bleed every time you say it. I'll wreck it. I'm like, ew. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
What a lovely singing voice.